What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another video, and today we have a very interesting topic about love. Yep, about love. We're going there. And a subscriber wanted me to talk about what is love now comparing to how it used to be. And it's very interesting because I feel like I have a lot of emotion when it has to do about this topic, because I was once on both sides of the spectrum. Now, first of all, what is love? You know what I'm saying? Let's understand what love really is. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is understanding. Love is loyalty. Love is all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's what love is. Now, before I knew what that definition was, I want to tell you that I thought love was the honeymoon phase. And once you lose the honeymoon phase, basically it's just like, oh, I guess we don't love each other no more. But as I grew older, it took time, it took maturity, it took growth, it took wisdom for me to understand that don't base you loving somebody on if they're giving you that same feeling you had watching Titanic, The Notebook. Yes, I was one of those. You know what I'm saying? I was one of those. I was really a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? I was really a nice guy. Not saying I'm not a nice guy now, but I definitely have characteristics of a man, an alpha male. I was a beta cuck. A beta cuck is basically a nice guy, of course, that basically does everything a woman wants to do, that has no self-esteem, no self-confidence, none of that. And that was me. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm not ashamed of, because it took me time to develop characteristics that I know, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I want to do, and I'm not going to sway my opinion because I want to please the girl. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, as a man, you should be having your foot down as, hey, this is what I believe in. This is what my self-beliefs are. And if you don't want, then, hey, so be it. I was always a attachable guy and always, I want to just make you happy. Forget about me. That's not how it's supposed to be. And, like, things have changed from that time until now. You know, it took me a long time, like I said, to understand that. To me, I feel like love is more about getting along with each other rather than, oh my gosh, we have to keep this honeymoon love phase where we're always going to feel butterflies. We're always going to feel, you're not. You know what I'm saying? I hate to break it down to you guys. For those who are young, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the time while it lasts. Enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it. It's up to two people to maintain that as long as they can, and to understand, hey, I want to be with you. Hey, I want to be with you as well. And to maintain that. Like Bob Marley once said, it's really about the person that you're willing to go through pain with. You're willing to go through trials and tribulations with. You guys get along with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, my parents been married for 26 years plus. You know what I'm saying? So, growing up, I used to always have the mentality that, okay, it was always relationships. You know what I'm saying? It was always relationships, always about love. But my parents, understanding, now, they've been best friends. You know what I'm saying? They act more like best friends than I would say relationship. They get along. I've never heard my parents argue about money. Never heard them argue about all the silly things that I usually see about, you know, people nowadays going through divorces and things like that. Love is really about getting along with each other. You know what I'm saying? You really love something, it's like, okay, I get like the people who don't have the best car, you love your car because you're going through the hard times and you're still sticking through with it. You're not complaining, you're not tripping about it, you're just enjoying it and appreciating it. I remember I heard this one story about this guy. He, you know, makes well over like $100,000 a year. He's a manager at like a supermarket. And he got this wife that has a child and everything. And basically, like, one week he wasn't with nobody, and the next week he's with somebody, he's all happy and stuff like that. And you question it, like, does she really love this guy? Or does she love this guy because, hey, I'm in a different position? Remember, there's a difference between love and I will learn to love you. You get what I'm saying? I will learn to love the person eventually. That's what I think it is now. I feel like nowadays people in relationships, it's I will learn to love you rather than I actually love this person. I actually want to be with this person. Things have changed so much, man. There's in the past it used to be you know how you stand outside the girl's window with the boombox with the nice love song and trying to you know, serenade her, and she's looking outside the window like, oh, come up, and she throws down the rope. That's not in real life. And my big brother used to tell me this all the time, but I used to be like, man, I don't care. My way is my way. This is just how I feel. I was a very romantic guy. I still am, of course, but I was a very romantic guy. I want to please you. I want to make you happy, and that's not how it is. Even on my prom night, when I was a senior, you know, your fairy tale was like, oh, I want to, you know, engage in intercourse, you know, to end the night, lose your virginity. That didn't happen, you know. So all these things that I went through made me realize that, you know, what you see in movies, do not let that make you think that's in real life. And it took me a while. Some people get it sooner, some people get it later. I was unfortunate to get it later. That's not how love is. Things have changed from the past. This is not how it is now. So you kind of just have to look at it as, at the end of the day, love is not about being, oh, we're going to be happy all the time, and if we go through trials, then no. The trials and tribulations are there to test you. The trials and tribulations are there to build your character. The trials and tribulations are there to make you guys understand each other more. We're different people. You know what I'm saying? So as you're going through and talking with people, engaging with people, having different boyfriends and girlfriends and dating, you got to understand that if you were to date 10 people, which one do you really get along with? If you had to choose one, which one would you get along with? And no, I'm about to burst your bubble again. We do not get with your dream girl or dream guy. Like the one when we were young, we are like, oh, I want them to have this hair. I want them to look like this. I want them to act like this. No, that's just in your dreams. And I know a lot of things I'm telling you guys is probably like, I already knew this. I didn't, okay? Like, I guess I didn't. When I was growing up, I didn't understand that. But, man, we live and we learn. You know, you just have to continue to keep growing, continue to keep learning, and really realize you have to ask yourself these questions. Can I get along with this person financially? Like, will we argue over money? Like, $20, $30, like, some people argue about a few dollars. Oh, you owe me this. If I'm with you, why am I going to argue with you about money? What's yours is mine. We won. You know what I'm saying? But you got to check their background. Can we get along financially? Can we get along when we go through situations? Is my character built for your type of character? Vice versa. Those are all the questions you have to ask yourself, because once you get in it, you have to stay in it. Nowadays, I feel like people always say, man, I have to, you know how like in a relationship, people are like, I have an option to break up. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, I feel like people in marriage, I have an option to divorce. Like, what happened to let's just stay together? Let's just go through what we have to go through and we'll get through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nowadays, it's not like that no more. Do I feel like there's actual love in this world? Absolutely. For the people that have the understanding of getting along. If you see a marriage that's been together for 30 years or however long, it's literally about, I've never mentioned them, oh, I really love the person. No, it's mostly about good communication. We get along together. And compromise. Those are all the things of getting along. Nobody really says, oh, there's love. I love this person. I want to, like, things have changed. Like, there's going to be a time where you guys been married for like 15 years and then you're like, hey, let's go to the carnival. Let's go to the movies. I don't really feel like it. Those are the times when it's just like, people stop doing what they did to get you. Are you willing to go through that and still be able to manage that and compromise that? There's so many things that come with this marriage and love thing that you got to understand. It's not what you see in movies. It's not what you see. It's definitely not. Things are going to get hard. Things are going to get tough. But are you willing to go through that with somebody because you love them? That is the difference. You know what I'm saying? I remember, last thing I'm going to leave you guys with before I head out. I remember my mom told me this story about how a guy was with a woman and they were business partners. They were really good friends and stuff like that. And he was just like, man, I think it's time for me to look for a wife now and stuff like that. And she was just like, why don't we just get married? And he was just like, what? You know, I'm trying to look for love. She was just like, I can learn to love you. Like, we're good financially. We get along with each other. You know my family. I know yours. We're cool. We have a great time. We're best friends. What? Might as well. And they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's things like that that make you like, love is really about getting along with each other. Sad to say, but it really is. It's really not about, oh, I want to love the person, to hold hands and go to the mall. I mean, you can, like, it's because of the foundation that the person has. But evidently, it's really not about loving the person. But anyways, if you made it all the way to the end, like, comment, and subscribe. Share your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the down below. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions, because that's just my opinion, but we all have different opinions. So let me know if you agree, disagree, or whatever. I'd love to chat with you guys. You know what I'm saying? If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much again. Really appreciate all the support, all the love I'm getting. And only up from here. If you want something different, you got to do something different. If you want something you never had, you got to do something you never done. Shit.